All right, everyone, we are here with two very special guests. We are joined by Josh Peck and Ben Soffer, aka Boy with No Job, also known as The Good Guys. We are here in LA and, lucky enough to be in person with Josh. Ben, we wish we were in person with you. You were a little confused because you're like, how are you guys from New York? But now you're in person with Josh and not with me. You should have flew here.
Totally. Or Josh should have just come here. I like that Josh's intro is Josh Peck and mine is Ben Soffer, a.k.a. Boy with No Job, a.k.a. you should Google him because nobody knows who he is, but Josh Peck is a famous actor.
That's not true, damn it. You are on the rise.
Oh, my gosh.
You are on the rise.
Ben
is a
Soffer,
compliment
disclaimer. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, we feel you, and we're in that.
The extra AK was for both of you, the good guys.
Let's not forget
we get Rhea and Fran, aka the chicks in the office, and also something. A lot of times we just don't have last names. It's just like Rhea and Fran.
Yeah, I was in New York last week, and I was literally Ben's +1 around that city. The love and adoration that he has, and let's be honest, they all only like us because of your wife. But you were much more coveted than I was, and I was loving every minute of it.
Okay,
he's beaming. He's
that
like,
said,
yes.
Josh actually is the most famous person ever. We go to the Knick game last Wednesday. Every single security guard in my whole life, I've never seen anything like it. And I will say this because, Josh, I haven't had a chance to say it to you, but I'd love to say it on Chicks in the Office. Josh is probably the nicest celebrity ever to his fans. When I tell you, there is not one person who he did not shake their hand. There is not one person that he did not tip. Josh is number one. So if there's ever a scathing article about him, it's lies.
Oh my, I love this. It's like a compliment battle.
Yes, I've gotten more liberal with my tipping as of lately. The podcast is doing well. Let me tell you.
Yeah. And then if you don't tip well, people will talk. Josh Peck's a bad. It's on Dumois.
That's my worst nightmare.
Josh Peck's a bad
someone
tipper.
to say I'm a bad tipper. Like that's because you think of people like that take pictures of the receipts and then post them online, and it's like, it's the worst reputation to have.
I feel like it's always, you guys are sports fans. I guess, Josh, you'll probably know him too. I feel like it's always Chad Ochocinco. I feel like he's the only one who's ever taking pictures of his bills. Like, I don't know anybody else online. I feel like once a year, I'll see Chad went to Buffalo Wild Wings, spent $100, tipped $900, and that's all I see on social media.
Yeah. No, athletes do love to do that. And
he's like, look how much I'm tipping. Well, guys, welcome to the show. We got into a deep
heated debate about tipping right at the start.
Well, we had just been talking for an hour on your guys' show, so we already got the banter going. And I said to you, Josh, I'm really glad to be here with you and you guys on our show, because the last time you came on our show, you were doing a press tour and it was like a little bit more buttoned up. You know what I'm saying? And now it just feels like conversation with friends. So we're so happy that you guys are here.
Yeah, and honestly, we love like the banter that you two have together, the chemistry that you two have together is so great. And everybody is talking about your show and the clips are go viral and cause mayhem on TikTok and everything. So it's fun to talk to you guys now, because there's been some things that I'm like, we gotta open this door again with them. But I'll ask you both, because we'll take it back to the beginning a little bit. I think people know both of you individually, and then whether you follow both of you and then you see that you're together, or you see the TikToks and you're like, oh, these guys are this is their show together. Where did that union happen?
Well, we had been friends for a while, and we had toyed with the idea of a pod, but just being us, we didn't ever follow it through because doing things is exhausting. And tell me if I'm wrong, Ben, but your wonderful wife, media mogul, Claudia Oshry, she noticed that Ben obviously is a regular sort of guest host
like
on her
third
pod.
chair.
And I was lucky enough to be on it. And she was like, the reaction for the two of you from the Toast Gals, the Toasters, is really good. Like, they like you. Like, do it. Like, I know you've talked about it, but like now it's time to actually take this seriously. Am I getting that right?
She was our rabbi in our union. We were dear friends, but she got us in. We recorded in the studio that I'm in right now. We did like a quick, just like 60 minutes to see if we could do it. And it was so easy. Like we just, again, like it's the same thing with you guys, like just good friends that it's so easy for us to talk to each other. Our humor is so similar. Yeah. We really play off each other and get it. And we weren't going to do it if it wasn't easy. And thank God it was easy. And yeah, it's definitely credit to my wife and credit to the Toasters for sort of
Yeah.
welcoming us in and building us up. And then from there, it was we 100% rode her coattails, and now we're going to continue to ride it up.
Of people like
they know
already.
funny. That's what I'm saying. Like,
do.
they know funny. So if they're telling you that you guys are funny and clicking, then that means it's really funny.
Right, exactly. And you have that like built-in community already, and then you only build from there, and more people are seeing it. And like we said, like the TikTok, I see your guys' TikToks all the time, and I'm always like laughing, and I like watching you guys get into a little bit of trouble too. Like,
Thank you.
But I like that you're honest.
We get in trouble. The comments drag us here and there, but I do think that we have this sort of natural. We always say like the hard part of the podcast is making sure to upload, getting the right clips, like the business side of it. But just schmoozing for an hour, that's all us. We're a bunch of yentas.
Yentas. Yes.
Don't you? Yeah, I'm sure you guys feel this way too. There's times when Rhea and I go into the studio and we're tired. We're like, oh man, what more could we possibly say right now? Like I don't have and those are the times where you are in the studio for like 2 hours and you're like, wait a second, now we can't shut up. There's always something when you are able to have natural conversation.
It's also just so fun because podcasting is so freeing. Like it's 2 hours or an hour where you're not on your phone, you're laughing, you're having a good time. Like for me, it's like truly therapeutic when Josh and I sit down and record because I'm not thinking about any of the other bullshit going on outside of the podcast. I'm just focusing on putting together a great episode. And yeah, we love it. We love it.
Did you guys have any hesitations at all not being in the same place? I mean, Zoom works great. You guys both have great setups and it sounds great.
Like in the early days, it was far worse than this. Like this, we've like started to get our shit together. But I remember, so I own a beverage company called Spritz Society, and I would go and we would record. Like I'd be in Alabama and I would like record on my computer in a hotel room, and that was fucking shitty. Yeah. Like that was like a terrible experience. So it took us just like saying, okay, we're going to really, really prioritize this and make sure that it's great. And once we did that, we got the sort of bi-coastal thing better, but really our best episodes are when we're in person. I'll come to LA as frequently as possible, which is why I can't believe I didn't catch you guys when I was there. And Josh will come to New York as frequently as he can too. So I'd say that like 50% of our episodes are done in person.
And what we're trying to say is we're looking for an airline partnership. Okay, I'm talking American Airlines. Like hook us up. We swear we will be loose-lipped with how much we love your airline. American Airlines.
If you are listening, or not American, it could be anything. You know.
Sure.
If they'll treat you nice.
Sure. But I think American's a good one. I think we're close.
We're close. It's looking good. So guys, don't bring up another airline, please. We need this.
No. Other airlines actually not an option. We're talking you specifically, American Airlines.
So I'm interested, in both of your separate lives. Ben, you talk about how much you guys love New York City. You guys are from there. You love it. You're an LA guy.
Yeah.
Do you guys like talk about the differences and what you love and what you hate about both places?
It's all we talk about.
Only every day.
But I want you to go back and forth and say like your favorite thing about LA and your least favorite thing, and then your favorite thing about New York and your least favorite thing about New York.
Love it. Go for it, Ben.
Oh man. My favorite thing about LA is the complete delusion. My favorite thing about LA is the complete delusion of everybody living there that the weather is actually good when every time I go it's complete trash.
How is the weather today, gals? What's it like outside? Gray, Ben? Is it gray?
And what I hate about LA is the people, with the exception of Josh. Everybody else there is fucking miserable.
I will say fair.
I agree with a lot of that.
Yeah, it's fair. Listen, last night we were at the Taylor Lautners. Tay and Taylor Lautner hosted the Lemons Foundation, their first gala, which was amazing. And we went and they asked us on the carpet, they were like, what do you guys want to say to the Taylors? And I was like, I don't know how this is going to come across, but I was like, they're the most genuine people I've met in LA. Like that. That's the way I can word that,
I should also clarify, besides Josh, the Taylors are also amazing and dear friends.
Besides,
So-
I mean, Josh, you are great as well. But
thank
we're
you.
spending more time to get together today.
Did
so.
you know it's
You
Lautner?
know,
and not
Josh is
Lautner?
actually
sorry,
a New
I
Yorker.
keep doing that.
You didn't.
I
No,
know.
you didn't do it wrong. He was recently on our pod, just a blockbuster episode.
Yeah.
And he was like, the Lautners.
Lautners,
And I'm
I know.
I've been saying this wrong.
No, I know. So
Forever.
as have we. And he said the same thing to us when we first met him. He was like, Lautner. We were like, wow.
Lautner.
Wow.
It's like how Rihanna says her name's Rihanna.
Oh, Rihanna.
It's not. It's not.
But it's Rihanna.
And also, Taylor, I'm sorry, it's Lautner.
I know. It's just once enough time goes by, you're stuck. You can't go back. You can't correct people. It's the appropriate time to correct people is long past. Like his career started a long time ago, and when he was Shark Boy, he should have been telling people the right way to say it.
Forget about Shark
The
Boy.
statute of limitations is over.
Exactly.
Lautner. That's it.
Exactly.
Josh, what about you? Favorite and least favorite thing about New York?
And we know you have obviously the New York connection, of course.
I'm
but
from there. Yeah. So I lived there till I was 14. My mother talks like this. So like it's in my bones. It's in my DNA. Fam in Jersey. But that being said, the thing I don't like it's uninhabitable. It's a cesspool of disease and misfortune. It's suffocating.
Have you been to West Hollywood?
We're there now. It's lovely. No, I find it for where I am in my life right now a bit suffocating. I don't need that much engagement and people surrounding me at all times. Like what I love about LA is like there's like the corny thing, but it's true. You can go snowboarding and surfing in the same day. You have access to hikes. It's got all the beautiful things of a big city, plus suburban sprawl, plus great hospitals. We're very close to Cedars-Sinai. Shout out Cedars-Sinai, where both my kids were born.
New York has incredible
I
hospitals.
just figured it out. Have you done any of those things? Because what you're describing is a beautiful amenity building in Manhattan that people overpay for, but they don't use any of the amenities.
I do it all. I mean, I don't. I've never
You
been
go
snowboarding.
surfing and snowboarding in the same day.
No, not the same day. But I do hike and I go surfing. Not so recently. It's kind of cold. But I think it's a fantastic place. I just think that normally, traditionally, of a city, Chicago, New York, Chicago, it's fine. But like, no, it's lovely. But like, that's what you look for, right? Great food, great hospitals. Ben and I juice. That's very important to us. And like the access to like the high-end resources that a city offers. I think you get that in LA, but what you also get is suburbia, space, you can breathe, outdoorsy. So I think it's the meeting of both those things.
Boy, I could care less about hikes. But like,
have you ever been on a good hike?
yeah, but like you could just go 30 minutes outside of Manhattan, go on a beautiful hike.
You're
You can
never
go to the
going 30
Hudson
minutes
Valley.
outside.
It's
You're not
gorgeous.
going.
The Hudson Valley is A+.
stunning.
Are
Yeah.
you going? Do you have a car?
No, but I know people with cars.
She can come in
She
my
has one.
car, Josh. We
Ben
share
just
in
got
New
a
York.
Range Rover.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was funny. We were just in Chicago, and I was in an Uber, and we were talking about the city because we were staying in a different area, and I was talking about New York, and I said I was really surprised, just like the size of Chicago. It was just bigger than I had
is.
thought. And
Confusing place.
talking about
I
New York,
love it.
Very.
yeah,
It is a great
But it was
city.
like you
Confusing.
drive around more.
It's fine.
I think about
It's
Manhattan.
nice.
Yeah, it was nice. And I think about Manhattan and I think like, oh, you joke going to any of the other boroughs is a hassle, but all those boroughs do make up the size of New York City. And I said the word Queens, and the Uber driver thought I said New York is so clean. And he almost crashed the car. Like he was like, what? And I said, no, I didn't say clean. I'm like, it's not clean. I know it's not clean. I get it. And he was like, clean? How could you? And then he started ranting about New York and how it's just he's like, nobody's nice in New York ever. And I was like, and I looked at the other person I was in the car with. I was like, that's why I like it You know, he was like, you know, you go for a run here, say good morning, people say good morning back. I'm like, I don't want to talk to strangers on the street. I actually want to mind my business, and just everybody, you know, goes about their life.
I will say, as the one person here who has truly lived in both places and not just visited, I think you got to just give it a couple, like really a couple months, but like not that you probably ever will, but like I think you need to just have the experience. But obviously I love New York, it goes without saying, but I'm also like 37 with 2 kids. I've been here 20 years. I'm ruined.
You're like, I'm just good here. You know what I mean? Why you're gonna move?
But wouldn't
your
you
kids
also
to New York
love
City
Westchester,
like now?
Josh?
Yeah, hey, Westchester is a beautiful
Wouldn't
area.
you also love Westchester? Maybe Rye, maybe Alpine, maybe
Larchmont,
Pelham,
maybe
Chappaqua
Montclair.
with the Clintons. My family's from Jersey, so I know like the tri-state area, suburban loveliness. I grew up going to the shore. Yeah, it's all good. It's too cold. And
You don't want to be
gonna
cold.
say,
Straight
now,
up, you don't want to be cold.
Ever.
Once you live
Yeah.
in LA for
I
too
do.
long, you the desire to have seasons probably just goes away.
yeah, it's cute. Like, but I'll turn on a Hallmark movie in November and drink some cider. It's nice. I love visiting it. I love New York. I like living here.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's totally okay.
Is it?
It is. No, it is.
Okay.
I have a question for you, Josh. So I love seeing videos of like influencers freaking out meeting you, right? Like I just saw Tana and Brooke.
Oh,
You know, Tana brought you in, and Brooke Schofield was freaking out.
They're awesome.
We've never met them, but I see all their clips and they seem great. But what is that like for you, right? Because now you're in the podcasting space, and these people are in the podcasting space, but they're meeting you and they're like losing their minds because they grew up watching you.
Right. I've known Tana for a while, and funny enough, Brooke liked me in Oppenheimer. So it was like, I love you, Brooke. Thank you. It's very nice. It's a lovely thing, and I think I'm a fan, right? Like when I was doing social media very heavily for a while, it was like there were these people that I looked up to because they were just masters at their medium. So I don't really see like a separation of church and state. I think it's just like a general fan club of each other. And that's why like I never want to have any kind of, people who come from like traditional TV and movies, they feel a division between they shouldn't, but maybe they do. And for me, I'm always like, no, I just like interesting people. And I like people that can create without limits. Like you guys, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you are the captains of this ship. And like, you don't really have to ask permission as long as you don't like cancel yourselves.
Yeah.
And so to
Always
me,
a
I think
risk.
that's cool. Always a risk.
Always a risk.
Ben, were you excited for the podcast for Josh being in Oppenheimer? Were you like, yes, this is great for the podcast?
I was excited for Josh, honestly, just as an actor.
Yeah.
Like being in a Christopher Nolan movie is no small feat, and it's just so unbelievable. So yeah, great for the podcast, but Josh is great for the podcast always. But like the movie was really such like a personal win, and just something that, I don't know, everybody that knows him is so proud. Like it's just like a huge,
Love you.
huge one. Huge
Were
one.
you like, wow, I pushed the button? Like that was the big thing. You know what I mean?
Spoiler alert.
Oh, whatever. Go back and add spoiler alert before I say that.
Canceled.
If you
There
haven't,
we
I
go.
mean, you know what happens.
Sure, it
You
is
know
a
what I mean?
historical drama.
Yeah.
It's a historical event.
Yep.
Sorry that I spoiled that you pushed the button.
The truth is like there are so many. I remember as I knew that I had sent the audition tape at the beginning of November of 2021, and I liked the tape. I was like, it's pretty good. But I remember I wrote to my agent like, hey, I feel pretty good about this. I don't get these kind of movies, so this was a fun exercise.
Right.
And then she wrote me 2 weeks later. She was like, Nolan saw your tape. He likes you. We're in the hunt. And I was like,
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
As
That
Chills.
sounds, and great lingo too. Like we're in the hunt for the
Yeah.
Nolan movie. Just sounds like it just checks out.
because we're all, as actors, we're gambling addicts, right? Like it's mostly losses. But we're like that one time at Caesars.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh my God. That is a great analogy.
It's true. And then as like the months are going on, because it took 3 months to find out, you're hearing, Matt Damon and Rami Malek and Gary Oldman and Emily Blunt. And I'm like, there's no room left. Like it's literally only Oscar winners. So it basically, when I got on set, what was cool with people who had small parts like me, it was like me and like 10 other journeyman actors who I've known for 10 plus years in this business, all people who have like done good work. They're not crazy A-listers, but they like consistently do good work. And so every day on set, you would like wonder like, is this my moment? Like, is this Michael's moment? Is this Olivia's moment? Because you just don't know.
Yeah.
And so to get that moment that was pretty pivotal was, it was a fun watch. When I was sitting there in the theater, I was like, I just remember that scene ended and I was like, I'm pleased with this.
That is,
I'm proud.
of
that
this
is so cool.
I'm calling my mom.
Was that the first time you saw it in theaters?
No, I saw it at a screening first.
yeah.
He screened it for me
Right.
and a couple other actors.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's an honor.
And you guys, like I said, we've talked about all the viral clips and everything that you guys have been doing together. Ben, is there a take that you guys have posted on TikTok recently that you didn't think would stir the pot as much as it actually did?
Ooh, I post and look away.
Yeah,
I could not care less what happens. Like at
Yeah.
this point, like people write such crazy shit all the time. And I know these like news cycles are so short. I post and I look away.
Yeah.
But this, we spoke about it on our podcast, Good Guys. We recently posted a clip where Josh is talking about how basically anybody who is around me, like if I get you sick, it is what it is. And people went nuts and definitely did not expect that level of reaction. I'm trying to think of another one, Josh. Is there another one that went viral recently? We talk about how smoking is cool for kids. That definitely moved the needle a bit.
Yeah.
Whether I agree with the opinion or not, I kind of really appreciate when I feel like hosts of a show are like getting off their honest takes and also probably joking at the same time. Like, you know, you're not being so literal, but like you're getting a take off that you're like, this is kind of funny that I'm saying this right now. And I just love that. Like I just open honesty, like not being afraid to like push a little button, like saying like, listen, if you're around me, you get sick, I don't care. Like people are going to get mad at that, even though there was a disclaimer. You were like fully functioning immune system. We're going to put that out there. Disclaimer there. You had to put the disclaimer. But saying that and like laughing about it, like you're allowed to joke about that. And I can appreciate
we're allowed to do whatever the hell we want. Like these people need to like get off their high horse. Like this is our show. This is your show.
Yeah.
If you don't like it and you can't sense the sarcasm and the humor, then go listen to some other terrible podcast. If you want to listen to the good podcast, then you stay, you listen to it, and you mind your own business.
Yeah. I saw on social and it was, I was dying laughing, but it was you and Claudia making chili.
So I love those videos.
And the people were furious. And Claudia's story of her dying laughing, being like, Ben is in the comments. Like I was reading your comments back at people just dying.
So funny.
You're just arguing with people about this chili. Like you post a chili video and how do you react to the fact that people were like, that is not how you make chili?
I was so livid, but I absolutely love it. For those of you that don't know and don't follow me on Instagram at Boy With No Job, I have recently become a celebrity chef, and I am posting new recipes in my brand new kitchen. And I love it because those comments feed more comments and then the engagement, then the video blows up. So secretly, I love when people are attacking and doing this shit. That said, my chili was so normal. It was a normal chili. And people are like, I hate to break it to you, that's a bolognese. Like, who puts beans in bolognese? Like they're so angry that I put some Rayos in it. What do you think a can of crushed tomatoes is, asshole? It's tomato sauce. Right? And then the Rayos puts in a couple of herbs and spices. And then the last one, the chili seasoning. They're like, oh, you can't make a chili without chili seasoning. Chili seasoning is a collective of herbs and spices. It's a collective. Like it's insanity. And I put every ingredient that would be in a traditional chili seasoning. Like, I'm sorry I didn't whip out an Ore-Ida package. Like I cook from real ingredients. Like this is it's a chef's kitchen.
After you guys posted it, well, I thought it was funny because Claudia was like, we're posting the chili recipe. And I was like, and then when it posted, everyone was freaking out. And then after I watched it, I was like, because I've never made chili before, but I was like, I'm going to look up a chili recipe because why are people saying this isn't chili? And then when I looked up the chili recipes, it was basically exactly what you made. You know, you did the Rayos instead of like the tomato paste or whatever they use, and then the no chili. But I was like, this is the recipes I'm seeing online. Pretty accurate to what you made.
It's the same thing, and they're going so hard for my sister-in-law Jackie's chili, which isn't even made with meat. Like I couldn't even believe it. It's like I'm being gaslit live.
I think I saw Jackie wrote like Claudia's been eating meat sauce.
Yeah, and gaslit it's like, by the chili lobby.
It was crazy, and I recently posted another video of me making my roast. And the number one ingredient in the roast was brisket. And this guy comments, he's like, I hate to break it to all of you, but he didn't use brisket. He's lying to us about his cut of meat. It's like I literally filmed the video showing you. Why would I lie about what kind of meat I'm using?
Oh, it's too good.
Did you think you were going to get the internet in such a frenzy when you decided to start making cooking videos?
No, but I love it. I love that I'm triggering them.
Yep.
And they're going to see. They're going to see.
Yeah,
we're gonna see how big we can take this. We're gonna see.
Oh man, well, people love watching you guys on your show, but like we said, they love watching Ben on the toast and those interactions. And Ben, I'm curious as to like what life you guys share a lot as a married couple in media. Where do you draw a line? Or is there no line drawn? It's just you have to be an open book and you have to live that way.
No, there is. You're saying draw the line with what we share?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you say, we're not sharing this?
Okay. That's a different question than I thought you were asking. We don't draw the line anywhere in our personal, like me and Claudia, we share absolutely everything. That's what I thought you were asking. So in terms of what we share online, we try not to make it too gross. We're definitely grosser in person. So we hide like the grossness from everybody else. Our relationship is just so wonderful and open and real. And we share what we think will be relatable, but we're so open that I don't know if it would always be relatable. So that's really where we draw the line.
Good. I mean, fair. I think that's why people enjoy it so much too, because it's like this is real. This is not a manufactured moment, which I do feel like in the age of TikTok now, and I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I see couples, whether you're married or not, they're having conversations that blow up as a couple, like they're a unit. And I see their videos, I'm like, that had to have been a script. Like that had to have been scripted. Like you had to have planned that he was going to walk in the door and you were going to make this joke and you have the camera set up already.
How does he not see the camera? Come on, it's in his face.
Like, we're also always going to poke fun at each other, but we're never going to do anything intentionally mean. Like that stuff that I see online that is like so like line drawn. Like I'd never embarrass my wife online. Like those, when I see those videos, I'm like, so I get that that's like monetizable for them. Like, I don't know, like she's sleeping, you like put a pie in her face. It's like, I don't know how you're like, how are you married? Like I would be dead. I would be dead. First of all, embarrassing her is mean. Second of all, I would be dead. I would be dead.
That was the last you ever see of me.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Are your guys' spouses public people? Do you?
Mine is not, hers is.
Yeah, we work at the same, he works at Barstool.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't work together, obviously. He does his own thing and I do my own thing.
Sure.
But yeah.
Got it. And so do you feel like, does your partner ever want to be kind of like mentioned or in a video? Or?
Oh, no. Mentioned, yes.
Yeah.
But like participating in things is like, no, I'm good.
That's like my wife.
And that's fair. And it's always been like that because we have been together for over 6 years. So really like when we met 3-ish months after I got my internship. So it's like that he's been through the entire trajectory, I'm saying the word wrong, of my time at Barstool and making content and doing podcasts and everything. So from the way it started, it's like that that's your thing.
Yeah.
Love you, support you. Like that's something that you've done, and he has his career, and you know it all marinates when we're at home, and that's fun. But like there's and it's only a few funny times, right? That he's like, oh, did you bring up that fun thing that we did on the podcast? Like, did you tell everybody?
I'll be listening.
Did you tell everybody about that one? I'm like, yes, I told them. Like, so there's only certain things that you know he would want shared, and I try and play both sides a little bit, you know, because it's fun. You want to share, especially when you have like exciting, fun moments, but then you want to respect your partner too. Right. And
it sounds healthy because my wife is sometimes when my wife her approach to these things makes me realize how broken I am and how like deep-seated child actor bad habits are. Because like now we'll get, you know, because we have kids, and so sometimes like a brand that's like a family brand will be like, oh, we'd love for you and your wife to be in it. And I'll be like, great. And I'll be like, babe, do you mind? And she'll begrudgingly do it sometimes. And I'll be like, it's really easy. We just have to go like, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then I'll be like, you want another one, boss? A little louder. And she'll be like, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, respect.
Fair enough. Yeah.
My wife had to educate me, and I know there's a bunch of scientists listening, so save it. But you know, the 2 times that we've had human children, babies, when she's told me that she was pregnant, she would say, I remember the second time specifically, she's like, showed me the test, and it was like extremely faint line, like extremely. And I'm like, we're in like the era of post-COVID. I'm like, you don't have it. I'm like, too faint. I was like, I don't really see it. So
line's not coming in strong enough.
Yeah, because I'm like, no, it's gonna like alarm's gonna go up. And she's like, I'm like, maybe it's a false positive. She's like, that's not really a thing.
Right.
She's like, false negative. She's like, but like, if the hormone is in you and it should like, then that would be the only. And I'm sure there's some exceptions.
Also like, maybe there could be a
I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure it's happened.
But she was like, it's less likely. And I was like, okay, word, let's do this. Let's procreate.
Yeah.
Pregnancy tests are funny that you think with all the technology we have these days that would be like a quick answer. Like you would know.
Yeah.
Instant, like that test is
and the fact
accurate.
that you just have to pee on it,
right?
Like there's nothing like easier. Like I remember when I was like obsessed with being on keto for like 3 months and turned it into my entire personality. I would pee on these ketone strips, and it's like that. But it's just like so like gross.
You're almost like, how hasn't it evolved? Like we're just it's just always going to be the pee.
Yeah. Well, why can't you put something under your tongue?
Yeah, you just lick it.
Like a thermometer.
I remember my son, when he was 2, he needed like a blood test for something. He had like a really bad allergy, and kids usually don't get blood tests that like, you know, actually have blood drawn till like later, till they're a little older. So the doctor, his pediatrician's like, don't do it at like a Quest or any kind of, like, take him to the children's hospital, do it there, like they'll really know. And so I bring him in, and he's like already like, Dad, this sucks. And I'm like, I know, Max, I hate this too. And so we're sitting there, and I say to the guy, I'm like, so you have a procedure, right? Like we have this figured out. It's a nice building. You put some research into this, right? He goes, nah, it's just like we do with adults. We just give them stickers. I'm like, what? Like, how have we not made this? This is how Elizabeth Holmes stole $10 billion, right? Because it's like, it should be a pinprick.
Right.
And like literally, it was, and it was totally terrible
oh my
and
gosh.
awful. Yeah.
Especially for a kid.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get into our game. This is the first time we're doing this.
This is our debut, our game's debut.
Yes.
Wow.
We do, for our listeners, they know we have Beat, Rhea, and Fran on this podcast, and we have made an actual game out of Beat, Rhea, and Fran. It's a physical card game, Beat, Rhea, and Fran trivia game. It will be on sale Black Friday, which is coming up shortly.
Yes.
So we're gonna play a little trivia with you guys against each other. What do you say? We do 9 questions, go back and forth.
Sure.
I'm so excited. I love a game.
Super cool. I wish I could see it, but it sounds amazing.
Oh, sorry, I just saved.
No, he's just listening.
It's fine. I can't see it because I'm not there in person. Because Josh is there in person.
Shout out Pictionary Verse AI. I just did a brand deal for them. They're great.
So the way this is going to go is, we'll do. Well, I guess we're gonna have to do it the way we do it. We'll pick a movie, Rotten Tomato score. You guys will guess the Rotten Tomato score. Whoever's closest will be the one who goes first. And
nice.
So If you get the question wrong, then it goes to Ben, and vice, goes back and forth. We'll do 9 questions.
Great.
I guess we'll just pick a movie randomly.
Yeah. Let's go with. Should we just go like?
Should we do a
rom-com?
Oppenheimer?
Well,
I
would
check it every day. I check it every day.
I would say.
Okay.
Let's go with The Hangover.
Okay.
Ooh.
First one.
I say 81.
Okay.
I say it should have been an 81 because it was an amazing movie, but I think probably 65.
Josh is the closest with 79%.
Wow.
So
Bang.
It's not like The Price is Right. He went over.
No. We did no Price is Right rules. I know.
rules. Okay.
Wow.
So first question is to Josh. We'll go back and forth here. Wow. Which of the following celebrities was not born in Canada? So this is multiple choice.
I love Canada.
A. Paul Rudd. B. Ryan Gosling. C. Sandra Oh. D. Ryan Reynolds.
It's Paul Rudd.
That is correct. 1 point for Josh. Friend,
God,
take
he's gonna whoop me. I know it.
Oh boy, did I flip this right over. And Ben did just mention that he is in a Gossip Girl rewatch.
I am.
So this question is, what is the name of Chuck Bass's hotel on Gossip Girl?
Oh God, wait.
Marriott
What
Courtyard.
the fuck? I'm literally watching it. No. I know it.
Keeping score on my phone.
The Best Western.
No, isn't it? I know what it is in real life. It's the Essex House, but what is it in the fucking show? I don't know.
Okay.
Fairfield Inn and Suite. Spring Hill Suites. That's where I stay. It's good. Breakfast in the morning.
Answer is the Empire.
Damn it!
Yes.
I knew it. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm gonna lose like crazy. I know it.
All right, this next question is to Josh.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if. All right,
We're
skipping that one. I'm going to play around. Yeah.
Taking some creative
Right.
liberties in which.
No, give him the hard ones.
Who was Ryan Reynolds married to before Blake Lively?
Ryan Reynolds. Before Blake Lively. He was married before Blake Lively?
Yeah. Yep.
Mint Mobile Ryan Reynolds?
Yep.
Yes.
I should know this, and yet...
Oh, we didn't do a timer, but
I know,
whatever.
but
Because Gosling was with Sandra Bullock for a while. I know that before Eva Mendes, but I don't know.
All right, Ben.
So we'll take it to Ben.
Oh, I need to answer this too? I can't get a fresh question? Of course I don't know this.
You don't know it?
No.
The answer is Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
Wow, good for him.
Right.
I love her.
Yeah.
First of all, Jewish queen.
Jewish queen.
Second of
we
all,
love it.
just amazing. She's the best.
She went to PCS.
Not that Blake Lively isn't, but really let one get away there. That's quite unfortunate.
Okay, so Ben, what movie is this famous line from? You complete me.
What the hell? This game is going to expose my deepest insecurities, which is that I can remember nothing about any movie that I've ever seen. You complete me. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
Incorrect. Josh?
Me?
Yes.
Right, because I know this is you complete me.
Yep,
Like
it's
that.
delivered just like that.
You
Yeah.
complete
That is
me.
the delivery.
But I don't know the
he
movie.
is an actor.
Yeah.
Notting Hill?
Great movie, but no.
Damn it.
It is Jerry Maguire.
Oh, Jerry Maguire, a classic.
Yep.
Unbelievable. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I'm so embarrassed.
So good.
Okay, question number 5.
We were actually just talking about the Notting Hill quote on our show on
Yes.
this week, because she says, "I'm just a girl standing in front of a guy asking him to love me." That's Notting Hill.
So good.
What music videos were Taylor Swift and Beyonce both nominated for when Kanye stole the mic from Taylor? So their respective music videos that they were both nominated for.
I'm so bad. Shake It Off.
This was so long ago. Not to help you.
Looking for, can we hear the whole time if you can. I don't know the name of that song. Is it that one? You can't tell me. I don't know. Beyonce was Halo.
And we're gonna go to Ben.
I'm just hoping that the song Josh sang, "Love Story," is what it was
And then you have to
for
answer
Taylor Swift. And then Beyonce. I was gonna pick Halo 2. We'll say "Who Run the World," Girls.
Or Crazy in Love?
No, both wrong.
No.
Taylor Swift was "You Belong with Me" and Beyonce was "Single Ladies."
Oh,
Josh was actually singing
You Belong with Me.
Yeah,
You Belong
you
with Me
were
is a
singing
great
You Belong
song.
with Me.
Bet.
Yeah.
Great song. I love
Yeah.
that song.
Okay.
You belong
Question
with me.
Okay.
We're really shitting the bed here, Ben.
No, we're honestly we have
shame.
days where we get 0 right.
Oh, good. And it's your game.
Yes.
Okay.
The people send in the questions. I'm sorry, I have not
It's
been.
actually it's good that it's a hard game.
Now,
You don't want an
okay.
easy game.
Yes. Now this one.
And when you get one right, you're like, fuck yeah, how did I know that?
It's like Jeopardy.
Right. I wanted to dig in a little bit just because we know that there could be some ones to put Josh on the spot. But this one is for Ben, so we'll see if Ben can get it too. And then honestly, if Josh recalls. What does
no.
Judge Trudy shout at the end of every case on The Amanda Show?
So embarrassed. This show just kill me. Just kill me. I don't know. And I loved that show.
Josh?
I don't. I can't. Bring in the dancing lobsters.
Yeah, there it is.
The classic.
Excellent.
Yep. Great. Thank you.
All right, two points. 2 points for Josh.
What question is this? We just have not.
No, this is number 7. That we're
Okay,
about
okay,
to have.
7.
I
Okay.
can't believe I'm kind of in your game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh,
An
yeah.
honor.
It's really made for trivia from the people born between like 1990 and 1999. I feel like.
So the
that
90s?
shit- Yeah, the 90s.
Sorry.
I'm in.
Which means you're in it. That's what I'm saying.
Question number 7. Name at least 5 NBA players the Kardashian/Jenners have dated or married.
Ooh.
This is for
ooh.
Josh. Yeah.
Lamar, Tristan, cause she, who else did she date? Lamar, Tristan.
Well, there's multiple.
Yeah, there's multiple.
There's
sis-
multiple
all the-
sisters.
All the sisters are
I know.
options
I know
here.
more. I know more.
Did
Can I go?
Chris
Is this
date
time up?
anybody? Chris Humphries. 5. Really? I
Yeah,
need 5.
I mean, there's a lot
Yes.
of options.
And if we
Yes,
had a
there's
timer
many
right now, you'd
more.
probably be up.
I'm out. Go
Okay,
Ben.
Ben.
Okay, Lamar, Tristan, Chris Humphries, Devin Booker,
Never
One
would've
more.
and
got- Did Caitlyn date
and-
anyone?
and
You got this, Ben.
okay.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a
Matt
hint.
Barnes.
Yeah, give me a hint.
He a failed Philadelphia Sixer.
James Harden.
Yes. Honestly, two options on that one, but
Yeah,
yes,
you are on the
Ben
board.
and Ben Simmons
Yep,
and Ben
yep,
Simmons.
yep.
But both of them. Both of them.
I believe
Okay.
Chloe briefly had a
Yeah.
thing with James Harden.
Respect.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Yep.
She did. Yeah. And Kendall with Ben Simmons.
Yep.
Yeah.
She did.
So
yeah.
you are on
okay,
the board,
that's 1
Ben.
point for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 1
2-1.
point for me.
2-1, Josh. We have 2 questions left.
Wow.
Josh, I'm coming for your neck.
Let's go, babe. Let's go. Who is? And then
Just keep the sports questions.
Yeah,
Kim
Those are good.
dated, Kim dated Reggie Bush too, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes, she did.
Okay, this is a good.
She did.
This is a good classic rom-com choice. What is the name of the man who sleeps with Cal's wife, Steve Carell's character, in the movie Crazy Stupid Love?
I have no idea. Yeah, I got nothing. My friend wrote it. Shout out
Your
Dan.
friend wrote it. That's really cool.
Yeah, shout out Dan Fogelman.
That is cool.
I have no idea.
Should we go to the crowd? No, I'm kidding. Sometimes we go.
All right, nobody.
That is a
So the next question's the decider.
yes.
The next
So
question
that
is the
either be
decider
it.
because if Ben gets
And
it
the answer
right,
to that is David Lindhagen.
Yeah.
Is the
now if you get this wrong and Ben gets it right, then you guys are tied, and then we'll have to do a tiebreaker question.
Great.
Suspenseful.
Yes.
I'll throw this one so we can really.
you can go through some.
I love how you're
skipped
going
one
through so many
thing.
because you're like, these boys are dumb.
No,
we got to
just-
tee them up for
yeah.
something good.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Oh boy, Rhea, I don't like the way you said that.
No, well,
Well, all right.
maybe you guys have seen the show, maybe you haven't.
Okay.
Okay. Name the actresses who make up the Monterey Five in Big Little Lies. Have you guys seen Big Little Lies?
Reese Witherspoon, the Monterey 5.
Yeah, like there's 5 of them.
Oh, Reese Witherspoon, Shailene Woodley, Nicole Kidman, Laura Dern. There's another one? Adam Scott?
There's one more.
I don't know. Meryl Streep? She was in the second season.
Okay, so he named 4, so you would just have to name one more, Ben.
Have you seen the show, Ben?
No. Lena Dunham.
So nobody gets that one.
Yeah, okay.
Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, she's
so
the
good.
last one.
She's so lovely.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
Wow.
Oh, one more?
Oh no, that's it
was it.
actually. That's it. Josh,
That
you
was
won.
it.
Sorry, Ben.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, high scoring game, 9 questions, 2-1.
Thank you.
3 questions in total answered. Great game, guys.
Great game.
And thank you so much for coming on our show. We really appreciate you guys for coming on, and let everyone know where they can follow and listen.
Well, check out our episode with you guys.
Yes.
The Good Guys podcast, available everywhere podcasts are available.
Follow us on Instagram at The Good Guys. Follow us on TikTok at The Good Guys. I think it's actually at The Good Guys Podcast. Follow Josh and I, of course, on socials, etc. And check out, we are dropping merch, folks.
Yeah.
Merch. So
People love merch.
You're going to see some sweet ass merch from us.
Hats and tees.
Listen to the podcast and buy our merch if you find it cool.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.